Welcome, Collective. Thanks for joining Source Seer today. I do my readings a little bit differently. I love to have jazz music in the background, so we'll see. This is my first video. We'll see how it goes. We're going to start off with an oracle reading. As always, if it resonates, it'll feel right. If it doesn't resonate, release it. No need to hold on to it. Maybe just lower that just a little bit. Prior to my readings, I always do a sound bowl cleansing, a meditation. And during this meditation, clear messages from Source were coming through. I'm going to do a spiritual reading today. I hope everyone's doing well. It's springtime. The weather is great. The sun is out. The flowers are blooming. I hope you're all having a great day. The purpose of Source Seer is to elevate, empower those in the collective. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. It's here to serve as a guide. Nothing is ever set in stone. We have free will. Your actions, even watching this video, can change the course of your life. Just had chills come through on the right side of my arm, the back of my head, moving down to the left. That could be symbolic to someone. Confirmation that there is a message coming through to help elevate our collective consciousness. I hope this music isn't too loud. Let me lower it a little. Jazz always gets it flowing. One more time. Source, what clear message do you want to provide to the collective today? What clear message is coming through? Moving forward. We have a few cards behind it, but I want to take a second to just focus on the imagery of this card. The desert could be symbolic. You could be in the desert, or you could be thinking of traveling towards the desert. The desert is a dry and arid place. I wouldn't say it's depleted of life. There is life that can thrive, just very minimal. It's a harsh region. I see someone moving through challenges, so the terrain doesn't appear rough where they are walking currently, but up ahead, it appears a little bit less smooth. However, it looks as though there's water just beyond that rough terrain. So what this card says is the first step is taken with our stillness, within our stillness. And I think the collective is being called, so Source is saying very clearly, the collective is being called to find a sense of stillness now, while the terrain is manageable, because the terrain ahead will have obstacles, and obstacles are needed in life. It helps us to grow, it helps us to expand, it helps us to learn. We're here in our human bodies for a human experience, to do just that, to face challenges and to grow with it. And while we're in this smoother terrain, we're able to anchor ourselves much easier, and this can prepare you for those obstacles that lie just ahead. And just beyond those obstacles, I hear there is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel, right? We have the sun just above the ocean that I can see. I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but there's an ocean just beyond this rough terrain. When we find stillness within ourselves, answers come forward to the many questions that we have. The answers lie within. Red can be symbolic, blue can be symbolic, orange could be symbolic. I hear take care. Take care. This, I believe, is supposed to resemble an eagle. Notice how it's not the physical eagle that's in this imagery, but a shadow of it, almost like a spirit guide. Someone's spirit guide, spirit animal could be an eagle. This person is leaving footprints just behind. I just saw there is an imagery called footprints. I believe it's the Christian faith, and there's a prayer that accompanies it. That could be significant to someone. Here in this channel, we do not discriminate against any religious beliefs. All are welcome. So whatever your faith is, whomever you believe in, source for this channel is that higher power, that higher essence. But for some, that higher essence could just be your high vibrational self. For others, it could be God, Allah, Vishnu, etc., etc. And others, vibration. I'm hearing science. I love it. I love the vibrational differences in this collective. It's all welcome, all welcome. Yeah, there's something, the collective is being called to meditate on this imagery. So if you want to rewind this part of the film, or I'm sorry, the video, and maybe mute my speaking and just meditate on this imagery, or take a mental note of this and perhaps put yourself in this space within your mind's eye. Something about that. Okay, 8 and 2, 10. 10 is the end of the minor, within the minor arcana cycle. That's the end. The end is near, I'm hearing. Whoops. So just going to cover this up for the sensitive souls out there. The next card is misalignment. And these cards that I'm pulling through, usually I read from the bottom up, and that's the sequential order. However, there could be a misalignment that's up ahead due to some external circumstances that will come into play within your life. It could be pulling you towards a form of misalignment. This card says miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. You will find alignment within this stillness. Overcoming an obstacle of misalignment will become easy once you anchor yourself within that stillness. And I'm just going to pull this card here. Within that stillness, right now, this feels very present moment. This stillness, this smooth terrain feels very present moment right now. Finding your anchor, finding your space, finding where you are, where you feel most stable. 8, the number 8, reminds us of the infinity symbol. I know there are other associations with the number 8, but I don't know. The infinity symbol is coming. It's very prominent here. Something infinite. Something, there could be an infinite experience. The obstacles by which are external to ourselves that could be provoking a sense of misalignment, could be some sort of eternal experience that happens within our human forms. That's very clear. Okay. Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same direction. I'm seeing a miracle, right? So this person is in the desert, and the desert normally doesn't have water, but it's interesting because just beyond there is water. It could be a mirage, right? But I don't feel that. I'm not getting a mirage from this. It's a miracle. It's a miracle that's happening. Those many in the collective are aligning themselves with their true purpose, and miracles are becoming an everyday occurrence in our lives. So we're all in different aspects and different parts of our journey. So some of us may not yet be experiencing that, but the key word is yet. It is to come. It is going to happen. We must harness the belief and the emotional vibration that accompanies this belief in miracles are possible, this belief that the universe is conspiring in our favor. I hear the words primary because there are primary colors here. Something about primary, something primary. Okay, with misalignment. Interesting. False beliefs. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations that confine us too. Owls can be significant. Another bird, feathery friends I'm hearing. I'm seeing Eight of Swords energy with this. Being confined in a self-imposed imprisonment, having these negative self-talk. Okay, important lesson. Maybe some in the collective are not aware of this, but sometimes we have voices in our mind that speak up and that keep down, as we like to put it. The voices that speak up, you want to attend to those. It's really important to direct our attention to what serves us and release what does not. And you'll know what serves you by the way that it feels. If it feels good, if it feels empowering, if it feels invigorating, if it lightens and brightens your life, you are on the right path. When it doesn't feel good, it doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It could just be a message to shift your attention, shift your perspective. There's a need for a shift for some. Starve the wolf that tells you no and feed the wolf that tells you yes. Okay, that could be, I'm getting chills all over, very symbolic. Some in the collective connect with Native American beliefs. I'm seeing Native tribes, especially with these feathers, and something, I don't know why. Gold could be significant as well. Tusks, something, there are ancient ancestral guides that are backing many in this collective, that are supporting, that are guiding, that are shining a light on the path, the right path forward. And actually, I would like to kind of steer away from right and wrong as much as possible, but because it can become very confining to keep ourselves in a box of what should be and what shouldn't be. And at the end of the day, mistakes that are made, it's part of the process. What has happened and what is meant to be will be. There are no mistakes. It's really a learning. It's a lesson to be learned, if nothing else. You are limitless. I'm hearing you are limitless with this card. Yeah. When you tap into the center of the self, when you meditate, when you hone in that energy and you again shift your focus to what it is that serves you, you empower yourself. You starve the negative energies. They either shed away from your life, they go away from your life on its own, or they disappear, or they're replaced immediately and you don't even notice that they're no longer a part of your path. Interesting. I'm hearing energetic shield. When we focus and attend to what empowers us, it forms an energetic shield that protects us from the negative entities, energies, however you want to label it. I know human beings, we love to label things, to categorize. It helps us to process this experience better. It's a psychological phenomenon that we do. However you label it, that makes sense to you. That's important to some. The labels are important to some, but not all. Labels are not important to all. For some, labels can confine, I'm hearing in this collective. Okay. illuminated. So I'm seeing these truths, these untruths, illuminated by the sun. Yes, illuminated by the sun. Your spirit guides are also illuminating this. Releasing the false limitations. Releasing what no longer serves you. Okay, I think that's good for that card. And it's interesting, 37 transitions. Oh, 13, by the way, 13, that could be significant, reduces to a 4. The number 4 can be a form of protection, 444. That is also an angel number. Definitely look it up if you feel called to. That could be significant for some. Transitions. Normally I don't read these cards in the reverse, so it's interesting. There's an older, beautiful, feminine energy here, resting among the stars. Transitions can be associated. I see the death card. I see from the sacred symbol oracle deck, the butterfly, the orange monarch butterfly. Transitions, I'm seeing 6 of Swords, transitioning to calmer waters. It says you have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridges arise on your path. I love how it's phrased as bridges rather than obstacles. The vibration of the word bridges is very different from something such as tough terrain or obstacles, right? That feels so much heavier than a bridge. A bridge is what connects two land pieces. Helps us to cross over. Cross over, there could have been someone pass. I'm hearing ancestors are here. Some relatively recently have passed. So this is relative to your own life experience of how recent it may be, but they are here. They are watching over you. They are guiding you. They are giving you insight. You might be receiving symbols, signs, synchronicities. There are serendipitous moments that are coming into your life, and if not yet, prepare yourself because they are coming. I'm hearing very loudly, chills again. They are coming. Fun, exciting, joyful times are coming, but you must allow it in. I'm seeing doors opening, allowing the floodgates to open, accepting, receiving miracles from the universe. It is your task to accept, to open up, to let in, to believe. Your beliefs are important. They are so important. What you believe, it becomes the way that you think, and what you think can turn into what you speak, and what you speak turns into how you act, and how you act becomes, the rest of your life, essentially. So there's this downward, I'm correct, I stand corrected, an upward progression that can happen. But it's all about perspective. I'm seeing Hanged Man. It's all about perspective, okay? False beliefs, misalignment. There's this transition away from the wolf that tells you you cannot, and a transition towards the wolf that tells you yes, you can. You're transitioning from those rocky waters into the calmer lands, and it is just beyond these bridges. It's just beyond. The water is near. You will be able to revive yourself. You will quench your thirst, I'm hearing, with the waters beyond. You have the tools in your pocket to get you beyond what obstacles and what challenges present themselves on your path. Fear nothing. Fear can be an illusion, but to an extent, right? Fear does keep us safe, but there is a delicate balance, just like with anything else in life. Striking a delicate balance. I'm seeing 6 of Pentacles, Justice, Libra energy. Hanged Man is Pisces. Okay, interesting. All right. So we have the misalignment here, but I'm going to just position these cards this way to protect the delicate souls. 37, someone could be 37. In 13 years, 13 days, 13 months, something with the number 13 is very significant. You will be moving forward. You will be closing out a cycle. You will be 10. You will be, I don't know why I'm seeing 10 of Wands. Like, you're coming home after a long journey. Okay. I think that's enough for those oracle cards. Ah, interesting. I'm being called to this deck here. There's a high, really positive energy that's coming through. It's just flooding in. This collective is inspirational. Oh, I'm getting chills again. Very empowered beings are here. You're very powerful. I'm seeing empresses, emperors, definitely a few high priestess, magicians. Very interesting. Some are very connected to the sun, and some with the moon, and some with both. I'm seeing yin and yang energy, which also reminds me of Cancer energy, that symbol, the Cancerian symbol that looks like the number 69. It reminds me, some of you might be familiar with the Avatar Airbender show, the animation. And there's a scene when they're with the water tribe. I forget which episode this is. They're with the water tribe, and the Fire Nation comes and ceases to exist one of the white fish. There's a white and a black fish resembling yin and yang, and the white fish is connected with the moon. Someone here is very intuitive. Actually, I'm not even going to say someone. Many in the collective are very intuitive. The moon guides you. The moon's light. Very strong. I'm hearing hone into these cycles and pay attention. Oops. Interesting. To the cycles of the moon. So this card, I don't normally take cards that fall. But I couldn't help myself but to look, so this is the card that fell. Let's see, this might be a little too bright here. Let's try to dim that. So this is a remote viewing card. You see the third eye. I'm telling you, many in this collective, they're very intuitive, very tapped in with their third eye. Definitely look into how to strengthen your third eye connection. This will help you to understand what resonates with you even more clearer. Yeah. This is also remote viewing. So remote viewing can be a privacy concern, right? We don't want to try not to say what you should or shouldn't do. Can be a privacy concern. It's always best to get spiritual permission before you remote view into the personal lives of anybody else. Otherwise, karma doesn't need anyone's address, right? Karma needs no one's address. What goes around comes around. What you put out is returned to you. I'm hearing you are protected. Ah, yes, you are protected. Seeing dragon guardians, fierce protectors, but I'm also seeing someone who protects the young of the dragon guardians. Alright, I think that's shuffled enough. So interesting. A lot of downloads coming through. The sun is such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing. Everything that happens for a reason, right? Even in the midst of chaos, we can find a sense of order. Just so the collective is aware, sometimes I will say things because it just comes through. These are messages, these are downloads. I'm tapped into source and it's speaking through me. We are a collective consciousness. We're all connected to one another. Demon. Interesting. So, let me... Alright, that's the top of it. And it says, Demon, I really want to get more information about this. I'm definitely feeling some turned away from this type of card. That's okay. You know, sometimes fear gets to us and it can influence the actions that we take, but I don't feel a sense of fear from this card. This demonic or daemon energy. I'm hearing somebody in this collective is so high vibrational, actually several in this collective are so high vibrational that demons respect them. Oof, chills, confirmation. Alright, I want to get another card here. So high vibrational. Forgiveness. How interesting. You might have had some karmic people and karmic situations in your life that you are being called to forgive at this time. Some of these cards are quite sensitive. You know, it might trigger some. So this is a very strong collective, very high vibrational. You can see beyond the veil. You can see the bigger global picture, right? So many of us are so entwined in the human experience that we can only see from a local perspective. And it tends to blind us from the truth, from the connectivity with others. But there are those here that can look at demons and see light. Not as in accepting, right, any negativity or demonic energy into your life. That's not what the message is here. And the high vibrational beings that tune in know and understand this. But it's saying this negativity, I am so high vibrational that this negativity cannot even touch me. I am so connected. I am so tuned in. I am so turned on to the light that the shadows and the dark, I fear not. I walk through, okay, I'm not religious, right? Disclaimer, but there is a prayer. I walk through the valleys of shadow and death, but I fear no evil, for you are with me, right? I think that's a psalm prayer for the Christian beliefs. Forgiveness. I'm seeing Buddha. I'm seeing Buddha meditating under a tree. It was that time when he meditated for so many days, no food, no water, and reached enlightenment. And this meditation could help you to forgive the karmic and perhaps, if you would like to label it, demonic, right, energies in your life. And this is true power. This is true power. This is moving forward. This is moving forward. Ooh, yes, chills, confirmation. You're stepping through a portal. You're moving forward. Someone also could be coming towards you from afar. It could kind of cause a bit of chaos. That could be those tough terrains, as I was saying, those bridges up ahead. Someone here is definitely into esotericism as well. Interesting. Wow, there's a lot of energetic frequencies coming through. This portal is leading you to a new life. Oh, some are jumping timelines, quantum timelines, creating a new reality for the self. I'm seeing ancient Egyptian connections. You're being called to focus. That message of attention, attending to what serves you. Focus. If focusing on this demon card is knocking you out of alignment, you're being called to shift your focus. This is a test for some. This card specifically. Interesting. Focus to connect with your higher self. Divination. We have some tarot readers here. psychics, mediums, mystics. Again, the third eye is opened. The ethers are giving downloads to this very tapped in, I hear visionary, tarot readers. You see clearly, clear sight, clairvoyant. Crystals are very significant. At the end of this film, I can pull some crystal cards for those who are interested in crystals. And as a matter of fact, let me just grab that box out right now so I can recall at the end of the reading. Some here are very into crystals, love crystals. Their energy is just mwah. Alright, I do apologize if I sound stuffy as well. I'm getting over a minor cold. Okay, I'm gonna pull some tarot. Oh wait, nope, one more oracle. One more. Soulmate. A soulmate doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends, comrades, acquaintances, that become very connected with you as a soulmate. I just saw the new moon card. We just had a new moon, April 27th. I forget what zodiac sign it fell under. It's not Libra, right? Is it Scorpio? I don't remember. Correct? Feel free to correct me in the comments. Interesting. Okay, alright. Let's get a card out here. I know shuffling takes up some time with the readings, but this is my first video, and I think it's important to kind of establish how it is that I do my readings, how Source guides me through to do these readings. Very interesting. Nature spirits I'm seeing. Connecting with nature, grounding oneself, going out in the sun, getting sunlight. Ooh, okay. No way. No way. Didn't I say I am seeing nature spirits? Sorry guys, my cards fell. Holy cow. Can't make this up. I love this. Okay, definitely posting this reading. You're being called to connect with nature. Even if you're in the city, a lot of cities do have some parks to go to. If you have a tree down the block, you can just touch it. If that makes you feel comfortable, connect with nature some way, somehow. Bring some plants into your home if you feel called to. If you feel very nurturing, you're ready to nurture a plant and bring life to it, sing to it, love it, connect with it. You're being called to do so at this time. The nature spirits I'm hearing in your surroundings, that one fell out, so we're going to take it. Meditate. We saw Buddha, didn't we? If you're, I'm hearing there are nature spirits in the collective consciousness surroundings that are supporting you at this time, that are guiding you, that are showing you the way. Here, this is the way from the Mandalorian. Meditate. Your answers will come in stillness. This will help you to transition with ease. I'm hearing the path of least resistance is forgiveness. Veiled. You know, it's interesting with this card. I'm seeing a high priestess. I'm seeing somebody who only needs their third eye to guide the way. That high priestess intuitive energy, tapped in, connected, you know, Queen of Swords, connected with the divine. Very intuitive, very connected with the divine energies, those very high vibrational energies, right? You're seeing beyond the veil. And this veil could be those negative, false beliefs. That is part of the veil. Seeing beyond the matrix of being small. You are no longer going to be kept small, because you are bigger than what you have been told you are, than what you have believed you are. And many in this collective know. You know you are meant for more. You know you are meant for greatness. Release those false beliefs. Transition. This will help you to transition to calmer waters. Again, soulmate, the first card we saw. A soulmate could be coming into your life that can help you on this journey. I'm hearing there's a difference between soulmate and the idea of twin flame, for those who believe in it. Not everyone believes in that, that's okay. Soulmate, somebody here there's a lot of love, the heart chakra, a lot of love, I'm just hearing delicious love. It's warm, it's comforting, it's a strong connection. I'm hearing they are also a guide, and you are a guide to them. You are manifesting. I'm seeing the Magician card, manifesting in a soulmate. Alright, we're already at 36 minutes on the timer. I hope I haven't lost anyone during this reading. So let's pull an animal card, and then we're gonna get into the tarot. And I'm just gonna, this is the demon card, so I'm just gonna put that like this and cover it up for the sensitive souls out there. Nature spirits, meditate, and forgiveness will move you forward. Forgiveness will move you forward. You might notice the way I shuffle. My hands are very small, so I work with what I got. That's the best way to put it. Would love to learn how to bridge, but tiny hands over here can only do so much. We'll see, maybe one day. Some in the collective who are tarot readers, perhaps you're having the same situation. What a funny thing. So lighthearted. I'm just so full of joy right now. I don't know if you can hear the smile on my face. Wow, it's just this light, vibrant and invigorating energy that is just coursing through my veins. It feels like a sense of liberation. It feels like freedom. Many in this collective, I really call you to tap into that feeling. If you're not there, it's okay. We take the small steps forward, right? Sometimes you can't jump from anger, from depression, from vengeance to love, right? That's a really big leap. Sometimes we have to work our way out from depression to anger. There's a scale of emotions for some of those who believe in the law of attraction. That is a very helpful tool to get from point A to point B to point Z. To step into your authenticity, right? To be authentic is one of the highest vibrations that you can tap into. That is the goal. Love, to see through the, as it's being put right now, the eyes of Source, right? Source Seer. Oh man, I'm feeling very tapped in. Oof. If this message even reaches one person and it changes your life for the better, the goal has been reached. The goal has been reached, because one life can change the life of so many. I see a butterfly effect, a domino effect, right? A ripple effect. I'm getting chills in my scalp. The left side of my scalp. Alright. Source is like, that's enough shuffling, dear. Earthworm. Interesting. Alright. Full disclaimer, I'm not well versed in this deck. We have vulture, hyena, and earthworm. So just off of some intuition here. Vultures, they eat dead animals, right? They're part of the circle of life. Some people might feel a little bit triggered by the idea of a vulture, but they help to clear the decaying matter, right? They free up the earth of decaying matter, and it's part of the circle of life. They remind me of mushrooms. It seems disgusting, but you know, this is life, and it's almost like the wolf that I was referring to in the beginning of this reading that tells you yes is devouring the decaying wolf that tells you no. It's conquering, it's dominating, it's becoming the dominant figure. Alright, that's what I'm just getting off the top of my head. Hyenas, I think of them laughing from The Lion King. Some of you might connect with Hamlet. For some reason, The Lion King is Hamlet. For those Shakespeareans out there. The hyenas, they're funny. They laugh. I get jokester energy from this. Not trickster, jokester. And it's interesting. Half of the moon is illuminated and the other half is not. Just want to point that out. There's something in the shadows, perhaps. Although this hyena looks a little vicious. I don't know, but I'm not really getting that too much. And then earthworm. I'm getting grounded energy. Earthworms, they are they love moist soil. They are also used for fishing, right, as bait. I'm getting something connected, something I don't know why I'm seeing space, probably from all of these colors here. I'm seeing like the pictures that are depicted of what space would look like, I assume, because I'm not sure. That's I think the telescopes, and please do not take my word for this, but they might be enhanced images of what is in space. I could be wrong. Perhaps it is capturing the actual light that's being emitted from these stars. Actually, maybe that is true. They are capturing the light that's being emitted by these stars. There's a significant star cluster that I'm seeing. I don't know if it's called Orion. It's purple, blue, pink. Looks like it's cloud. I'll have to look it up after this reading, and maybe in the next one I'll mention it, but let's just really quickly see what the book has to say. Please feel, oh, look at that. I turned right to vulture. Please feel free to fast forward if you're not interested. Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem, see? And prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. And early on in the reading, didn't we say there are no mistakes? Clarifies and reveals wisdom. The call to action is to clean your space to sage. So I think this is also connecting with the demon card, right? And this need for forgiveness and nature spirits, getting out in nature, grounding yourself, a spiritual cleansing on top of that, grounding yourself, cleaning. Some of us might have to clean to shuffle the stagnant energies that perhaps are in our space, so that way the energy can flow through, and this process of forgiveness can happen, and your movement forward can happen with much less resistance. I'm hearing transmuting negative energies, transmutation, magician, right? Alchemy, alchemist energy. All right. And air. I think this is the symbol for air, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that could be significant. Gemini season will be just around the corner. Libra, I did mention Libra in the beginning with the Judgment card that I was seeing in my mind's eye. And then Aquarius, I did see the star in my mind's eye, but I didn't want to mention it for some reason. Aquarius, something significant, something happened in Aquarius season. Ooh, somebody... Oh, interesting. I am hearing that once you forgive, once you release all of these heavy burdens that are weighing on you spiritually, once you let go, once you free up your attention, your space, so that you can dedicate towards the life of your dreams, you're going to become a star. You're going to connect with so many, and you're gonna help so many connect with others. Chills again through my body. This is such a powerful collective. Hyena, is this fire? Fire, passion. Humor, yeah, see, humor with sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. Oh my goodness, wasn't I saying you're going to be a star? You're going to... This could be your dream. It could be part of your... It's an unconscious dream for some, I'm hearing, to be known for your spiritual gifts. When the hyena appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? That was weird. I just heard something behind me. Okay, very strange. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? Really ask yourself that. What is there to fear? Charming, witty, fun to be around. This is the energy of several in the collective. This is what will connect you with so many. This is what will make you the star. These are star-like qualities. Sobriety. So perhaps there are some in this that are tuning in that are being called to a life of sobriety. Sometimes numbing gets us through very hard times, and addiction, I'm no expert. Please, if you're suffering with addiction, please seek the professional help that you need. It numbs you to your path of truth, to your connection with your higher self. And while some are in this addicting state, I don't normally like to tap into this energy, but this is also connecting with me on a personal level because I do have family members that are addicted. It closes off our connection with the divine. It stagnates our own energetic frequency when we numb the pains. These pains are here to help us learn, and there's nothing to fear from it. Sometimes we lose sight that was the reason why we sought addictive items in the first place. On a spiritual level, there is a science behind it. Some people are geared towards addiction biologically, right? So this is why it's very important to seek professional help. I'm only here for spiritual guidance, nothing else. So that addicting path, I'm hearing, the addicting path is not a path that you need to tread alone. Some are, and you are commemorated for that strength, but sometimes we need help from others, and that is okay. Accepting help from others, surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the higher powers at that be. It's okay to seek help. It's okay to say I'm suffering. It's okay to say I am not strong in this moment. It's okay to release that and to allow yourself to be carried. I'm hearing that. I'm getting quite emotional. This is a very touchy subject for not only myself personally, but several in the collective as well, whether you're suffering with addiction personally or someone you love or you care for or you know of is suffering. You could be a guiding light to them, but some are not. You're not being called that way. You're being called to focus on your own energetic frequency, because indirectly you are helping to support and lift. When we pray for others, when we give them good energy, when we think of them as healed, that is a form of spiritual support. There's so many in this collective who are so strong, who are high vibrational spiritual beings that have the capability to heal. I'm seeing healers, cancer energy. Even just your presence, even just your thought of people can influence and support them. It really can. They might not see the effects immediately, and you might not see it immediately, but there's power in that. There's power and strength in your thoughts of others. That's not to say if you think ill will of people, it's going to make their life horrible. Please stop. I highly encourage away from that, because what you put out, you attract in, right? And not only that, it's just, in my opinion, it's wrong. Obviously, we're not going to think of people all the time. We're not perfect. We're not whole as source. So there are going to be human experience times where we falter, and that's okay. But what matters is how you reflect on it and you move forward and you become better with each and every day, right? That's the goal. We strive for that. We strive to be these healers. We strive to uplift. That is this collective, striving to empower. And let's move on to Earthworm. Okay, so let me think. I always forget what are the fire signs. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is air. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is water. Virgo, Capricorn, Leo is earth? No, is Leo fire? Oh man. First video is a bit rocky, huh? With the zodiacs. It's okay, I'm learning. And feel free to comment in the down below what are the fire signs. I will perfect this. Alright, let's see. Earthworm. Shy, hesitant. Ooh, I do like that shy. I'm connecting with the shy aspect of the earth word. Hesitant, reluctant to share, inner vision. We have this, there was a card that said, what would happen if you pursue your dreams, right? I don't know if those are the exact words, but it's calling into question what would happen if you pursue your dreams. This reluctance to share your inner vision. We've all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Oh my goodness, and this is my first tarot video. Some of you are tarot readers, aspiring tarot readers. Start your channel. I'm starting this channel after being called to do so and feeling that calling, and it feels right now. I've been called for some time, but I knew I had to wait for the right moment. It could be because this is meant to reach specific people at this point in time, and the same could apply to you. When you meditate, when you tap in, you'll know when the right time is to pursue this dream of yours. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. Earnest, intelligent, valuable. Speak up. Risk embarrassment. Yes, risk it. One of the things that held me back personally was fearing criticism and thinking that the videos and the presentation has to be perfect. But did the Simpsons start off perfect? Not saying this will be a Simpsons, situation, but the point is nothing ever starts perfectly. You have to start somewhere and then refine as you go. And I think many in this collective are being called to break from a 3D job. Okay, I have a 3D job myself. Break from that mold and answer your calling, whatever it is, writing a book, giving speeches, making YouTube videos, starting courses, whatever it is. This is your message of encouragement, of empowerment. Allow the words of this message to uplift you. I saw the Calm app. I'm not, I don't get any, what is it called? I'm not getting any financial incentive to say this. I use the Calm app myself for meditation. It's been one of the tools in my tool shed. So finding, and you don't have to pay for an app, right? You can watch meditation videos on YouTube or make your own. Whatever speaks to you, whatever you're being called to, you're really being called in to answer your calling. Even if you affect just one life, you can save someone. And that is so powerful. Saving one life can be so powerful. I'm getting emotional again. Somebody is a healer at heart, at soul, at the core. I saw the sacral chakra. Maybe you have to heal some familial wounds. Excuse me. Alright, let's do a quick tarot pull. I know this video is so long. I don't even know if I can post this. I hope there's nothing that cuts off at a certain time for newbie, newbie YouTube channel personnel. This is a very strong message. Someone's meant to hear it. Someone is meant to hear it. I just hear, you're being called to the light. You're being called to the light. You are the light. Yes. Alright, this one doesn't need too many shuffles. Alright, let's get a card for Vulture. For breaking free and transitioning from these false beliefs. Ooh, these false beliefs could have been connected to an attachment. There could have been an attachment, and many are releasing it. Some of you had an attachment you didn't even notice because you're just that high vibrational. We have Four of Cups. Interesting. So Four of Cups, I get missed opportunity. Maybe this false belief that there was a missed opportunity. Maybe in terms of your career path, you felt a missed opportunity, not posting a video earlier, right when you were called, not writing the book right when you were called. Now is a better time as any to do what you are meant to do. Whenever you're seeing this reading is timeless. Timeless, timeless. Whenever this comes across your path, you are meant to hear it. You are meant to hear it whenever it crosses your path. I am filming this on Tuesday. What is it? Is it April 30th? Holy cow. No. April 29th. So, springtime in the northern hemisphere. Right? It's spring. Feels like spring. Is it the groundhog up here? I don't know. Ace of Cups. There are a lot of cards underneath, too many, but I'm going to pull this Ace of Cups with the hyena, using humor and wit. There's something emotionally fulfilling, a potential emotionally fulfilling path is opening away. It's being gifted to you by the universe, by the divine, by source, by God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever, right? Buddha. The energetic frequencies of the universe are conspiring for you. You could have felt misaligned in previous soul connections. This is the soulmate. This is connecting with the soulmate card. I see this. Connecting with the soulmate card. There's a soulmate coming in, and it's going to come in when you speak your truth. I'm seeing Ace of Swords as well with this Ace of Cups and the hyena. Your meditation, you could be seeing, some in the collective could be seeing an actual visual representation of their soulmate as they meditate. There's somebody that could be coming forward. I'm seeing both a divine feminine and a divine masculine coming forward during a period of meditation. Let's get a card for Earthworm. Moving forward, forgiveness. You're moving forward towards your path, releasing what no longer serves you, releasing the past. This soulmate, it could be a physical past person, right? It could, and for many in this collective, it is a physically new person. But if it is a physical past person, I'm hearing very strongly they are energetically changed, and you will know. If they have not energetically changed, they will not be coming into your life again, because they can't come with you, because you've ascended, right? Many in this collective have ascended several times over. I'm hearing many ascensions. You are very skilled. You are a pro. So this soulmate love that's coming in, it is a higher vibrational love than what you've ever experienced before. It could even be if you are married, if you're with somebody already. It could be that this person is ascending to you too as well, but their energetic frequency has just, if they're meant to be with you, you took them along for the ride, basically. It could have been, I'm seeing, those rough patches, and if it hasn't happened yet, it's coming. There could be some rough patches in this ascension, but if that person is meant for you, they will stay. They will be here. Wow, too many cards. Okay. So, let's try that again. Let's get one for the Earthworm, please. Source, clear messages for the collective. What is coming through? What is coming through for the collective, please? Forgiving a deception. Yes, right? We had forgiveness. You're feeling reluctant to forgive someone who did break your heart, right? With these three cards, the Earthworm, forgiveness, forgiving a deception, forgiving a heartbreak. But look at this. Look at this. This is part of moving forward. I can't make this up. Seven of Pentacles. You've planted your seeds. You're watching them grow. You're in a period of waiting, and it is being illuminated. There's a new beginning coming forward. The sun. The sun. The sun. The sun. The sun. Leo, August. Something could be happening in August. The month of August. That has been coming through in my own personal readings off camera. You're being called to forgive this deceptive heartbreak. You could be feeling reluctant. Some in the collective are feeling reluctant, but when you get on your journey to this point that you're able to forgive this deceptive heartbreak, you're going to be able to move forward. You have planted, I'm hearing you've planted, ooh, interesting. Remember I said earthworms love moist soil. You've planted your seed in not only moist soil, but nutrient rich, right? Not all soil can produce life. It needs the nutrients to support the plant, to help the plant flourish beyond its own growth. And you have planted your seeds, and you will, and if not yet, you will very soon. I'm hearing, for some, this recording could serve as a form of awakening to help empower you into the ability to transition to this state of finding the nutrient-rich soil, planting your seed, and watching your seeds grow. Sowing your harvest, reaping what you sow. You will reap what you sow. I'm seeing somebody who has entered into a hermit state, gone within for answers to questions that they've had, deep spiritual questions that might have been subconscious, but it has happened, and this is part of your spiritual journey. And you have, or you will be in the very near future. I'm hearing 3 months or less. You will reap what you sow. What is April to May, June, July? End of July is Leo season. Interesting. Okay, 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. You will reap what you sow. The harvest is in the fall. The summer I'm talking about northern hemisphere. So, yeah, reaping what you sow. The sun will give it life. Some of you might have plants. Definitely help them get some sun. There's also artificial light. I don't know, I have to put that out there for some reason. And you are planting the seeds for this career, this star state that you are being called to. It's going to flourish in the month of August for so many. I'm getting chills again. I don't know how this might be the most that I've had chills during a reading. The Lovers. Ooh, interesting. So this is a beautiful card. Swan. I think there are geese. Didn't I say the Hermit? Someone is going in. Oh, some in this collective went through a very tough heartbreak. I'm hearing a 10-year plus journey that could have been quite disappointing. 5 of Cups energy. Not really forcing you, but you really had no other choice but to hermit, to isolate. This is part of your spiritual journey. The Lovers, it's not always the easiest path. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from the Lovers. This is Gemini. Again, we're coming into Gemini season. Your soulmate could be coming in. This energy, this Ace of Cups energy, this new love opportunity. If it is a past person, they are feeling 4 of Cups, like this is a missed opportunity, right? I'm getting a lot of messages. It's career, it's love. I probably should have been a bit more specific. Sources like, that's what you get. The Lover's journey can be quite arduous. It can be tough. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. Some who identify with the twin flame path, that has a lot of lessons. You don't always come into union, right? 2 of Cups, that doesn't always happen. Some might perceive union as 3 of Cups, right? Depends who you ask. But you were in this hermit state. You had to self-reflect on this deception, on this heartbreak that you experienced. But you're emerging stronger. You had to make a logical decision. You were veiled. Remember, we saw the veiled card earlier. You were typically in the traditional Raider White tarot. This is a person who is veiled. They have a blindfold and they have 2 swords, and it's almost like saying you are shying away from the truth. The earthworm, shying away from the truth that you know, and you are faced with a crossroads. Keys, if you know, you know. Keys, right? If you know, you know. You're being faced with a crossroads either now or in the near future where you have to make a decision. You have to decide whether holding on to this past situation is worth you. Is it serving you? You need to ask those deep questions, dig deep. I'm seeing one of the cards in my other oracle deck, it's roots, and it says dig deep beneath the surface, ask those questions. And don't be afraid to ask, because when you fear, you will not hear the answers clearly. But you know what serves you. You know, it's just a matter of whether you're ready to accept what you know. Release this. What's meant for you will be for you. It cannot pass you by. I know it's very hard, especially if you are the type of person that loves to be in control, especially if you're somebody who has experienced so many external things that have made you feel like you're not in control, right? A lot of external obstacles can come at us and really put into question how much we have in control of our lives. But really what you do have in control are the decisions for yourself, for your emotional state, right? We can control how we feel, how long we feel in that emotion, what we attend to when it comes to that emotion, to an extent. All right, I get it. Some of us, we not, I won't say it. Actually, nope, I'm being told not to say it. Listen, Two of Swords, you're making a decision, a logical decision. You're being told to make a decision. And if you don't make it, it will be made for you. I saw the Tower card. A tower will make it for you. Okay? That is not, it is not an omen. It is a preparation for what will come. Spirit source, your ancestors, your guides, they are telling you. Your dreams have the answers. Some of you might be able to recall your dreams very vividly at this time. Pay attention. Put a book by your bed, a notebook with a pen and paper specifically, not your phone. I know your phone is convenient, but the pen and paper. Excuse me. I need some water. Give me 1 second. A pen and paper, because it'll keep you focused. That was another card in one of my oracles that came up earlier on in the read. It'll keep you focused on recalling the dream itself. Your dreams have some deep subconscious answers to some questions you've been having, to what you've been attending to. Write them down. It'll help paint a more clearer picture of what path you are meant to take. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a physical decision, like a physical move, or you don't even necessarily have to see something. It could just be an energetic, emotional shift. It could be cutting cords. It could be releasing with love, releasing with light, releasing with forgiveness. It could be releasing with forgiveness. It could be saying goodbye to the old so that you can make room for the new. Some are not ready for that, and that's okay. Recognize that. Accept it. It is your journey. It is your path. This is your way. This is your life. No one lives it for you. That is here. That message is here to empower you, to uplift you. You have control over the life that you lead, even if it's as small, seemingly small, as just controlling your internal emotional state. Fear not, collective. This was quite a long read. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed my readings, feel free to like, share, comment below, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will come forward with another reading, hopefully for you soon. Until next time, collective, stay tuned, stay aligned, stay tapped in, live in love and light, and I will see you later. Take care, everyone.